Good morning, everybody. Probably a face that you haven't seen in a while. I am Madeline. I am Gina's oldest daughter. A lot of you have probably talked to me. I've been with Art of Skincare since 2011, quite a while now. And I have done everything with the company from packing your boxes to talking to you on live chat or the phones to everything. I have done a bit of everything. But today, Gina's still in lovely Kauai, lucky duck. So I'm going to be talking to you guys today, and one of my favorite things to talk about is minimalist routines. I'm a single mom of two who are 4 and 8 this year. So as you can imagine, my mornings are a little hectic. If I get extra time for me, it's after they go to bed at night. So my routines need to be pretty straightforward, easy, only a few products, but I want those products to hit a number of concerns because I'm 36 this year and I get hyperpigmentation. I also have a little bit of hypopigmentation starting and the fine lines that start to creep up on you when you hit your mid-30s as well. So I like to talk about products that are good hard hitters, but that you can put together in a super simple routine. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about it today. We are going to focus on SkinScript because through July 5th, all SkinScript has double rewards points. So for every $1 you spend on SkinScript, you're gonna get double the rewards that you normally do through the 5th. And there are some really great things coming up in the July Reward Center. There's also some great things in the June Reward Center. So it is a great time to get some reward points bulked up there because I happen to have the inside scoop and I know that great things are coming as well as some great things that are already in there. So to get started, I'm gonna go over a few of my favorite routines, and then after I'm done, we'll open it up. We could create some minimalist routines on the fly. You guys can tell me what your concerns and skin types are, and we can just kind of go from there. If there is interest at the end too, we can also talk about fun additions to a minimalist routine. If you like a minimalist routine, but you want to spice it up just a little, we can talk about that as well. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about is perhaps my favorite minimalist routine because it is minimalist. All you need is the cleanser of your choice. Green tea citrus cleanser is our most loved SkinScript cleanser. It's good for all skin types, except maybe the most dry. It is one of those cleansers that when you get out of the shower, it's going to leave you with a squeaky clean feeling. So if you like to feel really clean after you cleanse, this is your guy. It's great for that. So pick the cleanser of your choice. We'll talk about some more as we go. The second product you're going to use is Citrus C Nourishing Cream. This is a super gentle vitamin C serum that is creamy. So it works as a serum and a moisturizer as long as you're not super dry. And people who are often sensitive to normal vitamin C serums can usually use this. Read the reviews on our website. It is so loved. It's on my cabinet at home. I love it. I can use most vitamin C's, but this is still one of my very favorites. It smells amazing, and with a serum and a moisturizer in one product, it's just one and done. It's great. And then you're going to top that with a sunscreen. That's it, right? Super easy. So that is a great minimalist routine. That's going to be good for any skin type except those that are extremely dry, because you're just not going to get quite enough moisture. You could spice it up with some add-ins and do something similar, but just know if you're very dry that you'll need a little bit more than that. Let's see. Next, let's talk about fine lines. If you're getting fine lines and some wrinkles, some loss of, some collagen loss, what do you pick from the SkinScript line? So some of my very favorites are Pomegranate Antioxidant Cleanser. This is also your cleanser if you're very dry, and also your cleanser if you're very sensitive. It's really nice. It's a creamy cleanser. It removes makeup really well. It's a classic. you're gonna follow that with your Ageless Skin Hydrating Serum. This is full of hyaluronic acid and peptides. If you are dry and you want to just boost any of the routines we talk about today, you could add this as another step. It's probably our best selling serum at Art of Skincare. It's really nice. It isn't currently marked with an acne safe badge on our website because it contains carrageenan. Carrageenan is an ingredient that is kind of debated in the skincare, in the acne world specifically. Some people use carrageenan and have no problems. If you read the reviews on it, tons of people with acne use this product, but there are folks who do see some flare-ups or some issues with carrageenan with acne. So I would say for most people this is fine, but if you are using it and you're very acne prone and you see an increase, it could be the carrageenan. So that's why it's not acne badged on our website. It's just out of caution for those people who are sensitive to carrageenan, but most people tend to be just fine with it, and it's really popular. And then for our aging folks, the Peptide Restoration Moisturizer is really lovely. It smells amazing like lavender. It's a great night cream because of the lavender essential oil that's in it. It is on the thicker side. So one of our favorite tricks, if this feels like it's a little bit too thick for you, is to mix it with a little bit of cucumber hydration toner. And it just makes it a much lighter, creamier finish. This is another product. Okay, it smells so good, you guys, especially with the two mixed. It's like cucumber and lavender and just all things heavenly. It is another one of those products that doesn't have an acne safe badge on our website because it contains shea butter. We still need to confirm, we're working with SkinScript to confirm the way they process their shea butter. But as long as shea butter is properly refined, it is not pore clogging. We haven't put the acne badge on it because we're still working that out. However, again, if you read the reviews, a lot of acne prone folks use this. A lot of them see that the refined form of shea butter actually decreases inflammation and helps with a lot of that. So if you're a very dry acne type, I would feel, as long as you're not extremely broken out, right? If you are extremely broken out, you've got big active flare-ups, contact the acne coaches at Art of Skincare. We will help you with that first. That's the first step. If you're just someone who gets an occasional pimple, you're mostly cleared up, likely this will be fine for you because we're pretty sure that shea butter is well refined. We've got a very long track record of people being okay with it. So keep that in mind. And let's see, we talked about cucumber hydration briefly there. Even if you are a super minimalist, I recommend getting this. It is affordable, it is hydrating, it smells amazing, it's like a ride or die toner spritz. If you get it in one of the smaller sizes, it comes in a spray bottle. If you get it in the large one, it has a pump where if you have a toner pad, you just press it on the top and it loads up your toner pad. So depending on what kind of topper you like, there's those two options. Definitely recommend it. You can use it as a toner, you can use it as makeup setting mist. It's heavenly. For people who do use Face Reality, if you use their moisturizing toner, it's Moisture Balance Toner, this is almost the same formula except it has the added cucumber scent. So the Face Reality one is pretty much scentless, and this is like the same formula except it has that lovely scent. So you can choose if you like scent or no. And it doesn't have, I don't believe it has fragrance. It's all just, yeah, it's just natural cucumber oil. It does say it has a little bit of fragrance as the very last ingredient, but it's from natural sources. They don't use phthalates or any kind of nasties in their scents. All right, so another fun routine. Let's go sensitive skin. Sensitive skin, and maybe your skin is getting wiser, you're starting to get some little fine lines, but you get flared up from using retinols or strong correctives that most people start to recommend for fine lines. I would have you use your pomegranate antioxidant, great for sensitive skin. Then you're going to use the beta carotene papain renewal serum. This is a super, super gentle corrective serum that is safe for women who are pregnant. It is great for super sensitive skin types. It's really popular. It's going to help all of that cellular renewal, helping mildly exfoliate and bring those newer cells up to the surface. It's really nice. Highly recommend. And then I would pair that for most skin types with this Cactine Balancing Moisturizer. This one, interestingly enough, we have people of all skin types using this. I have seen people with oily skin say that they like it. To me, it seems like it might be a little heavier than you'd like for oily skin. It might be worth a try because a lot of oily skin folks love it. And then I've seen very dry skin types also love this moisturizer. So it's really popular. It's very soothing, balancing, anti-inflammatory. It smells really nice. My hands are gonna be so well moisturized today, you guys. So moisturized. This has been a really popular moisturizer, and this is also acne safe, and it is good for people who are experiencing a little bit of inflammation with their acne, because it's gonna help with the redness and it's gonna help settle all of that down. It helps balance oil production, really nice. So again, that's a super simple routine. We are going to talk about sunscreens. Any of the routines I talk about here, don't forget the sunscreen. We will get to the sunscreen. Let's see here. I want to talk a little bit about what can you kind of boost these with as like a once or twice a week kind of add-in, just to get the most out of the skincare routine. Because some of these have no exfoliation whatsoever, which is great, but sometimes you need a little. With the exception of beta carotene, it has a little gentle exfoliation. So for our more sensitive skin types, combo skin, you maybe want to use something only a couple times a week. This retinol 2% exfoliating scrub mask is really nice. If you are more sensitive, I wouldn't use it as a scrub. I would just apply it as a mask and then wash it off. If you tend to get like maybe a little bit of pebbling under the skin, you can very gently scrub. I would apply it as like a mask and then do just a little bit of gentle scrubbing as you're washing it off. And that is a great once, twice, maybe even 3 times a week product. Keeps your routine simple, but adds a little bit of oomph to it. The holy grail product for so many of y'all, glycolic and retinol pads. This pad has been in our top 5 selling products since 2010, I believe, and it has never wavered. It is extremely popular. It helps fight breakouts. It helps with hyperpigmentation. It helps plump in and fill in fine lines. It is really kind of a do-it-all. The only person that this isn't really for is people with very inflamed acne, because of the retinol. If you're already inflamed, retinol is going to pull even more up to the surface, and you're not going to be happy with what happens. So if you are very inflamed, avoid retinol until you get a little bit more cleared up. Again, reach out to acne specialists. If you do want to talk more about acne, tune in on Thursday. Celine is going to be talking about using SkinScript products with acne. She's going to be talking about teen acne and hormonal acne, I believe, and how to address all of that using SkinScript. So if you are acne prone, that's a great one to tune into. I did want to talk while we're on glycoretinol pads. I wanted to show them to you because they have a kind of different color, and it is completely and totally normal. So you can see around the rim, this has been open for a bit because it's our tester back bar. And it can get this kind of orangey little crumble around the rim here. That is completely normal for this product. It's not bad, completely normal. The color of them is also kind of brown. I'll hold something white behind him. This is completely normal. Some people open it and they're like, no, it's bad, it's brown. No, no, no. It's a natural color of the ingredients. They're active, they're wonderful, and they're just a little bit brown color. They can range from being slightly orange to a little darker brown because SkinScript uses natural colors. And you'll just rub that baby in, and you're done. It's a toner. It's going to pull off any debris that you missed while you were cleansing. It's going to work on your hyperpigmentation if you have any. minor breakouts, blackheads, great for blackheads, maturation or rest, little bumps under the skin. I got them really bad in my 20s, and this was my lifesaver product. I always had it. They're great. You can even, if you want to give yourself a little like once a week peel, you can even double up and use two, like put one on, let it dry, and then do another and get a really deep treatment. It does have retinol, so if you're using this, you must wear sunscreen. Please wear sunscreen. Especially if you have hyperpigmentation, it's buffing that off. If you're not using sunscreen, it's gonna come right back because retinol kind of sensitizes the skin. Great ingredient, but has to be used with sunscreen. So keep that in mind. Let's see, another quick, easy way to mix a little extra exfoliation in is one of our favorite tricks. You take a little bit of glycolic cleanser and mix it 50-50 with your pomegranate antioxidant. This is a strong cleanser. So if you get just this one and you're using it daily, you're gonna compromise your barrier. Please don't use it every single day, twice a day as your main cleanser. It's strong, it is a corrective cleanser. We love it mixed with pomegranate, and that gives it a more gentle, but glowy, beautiful, fresh finish. If you do use it by itself, just start twice a week at night. Don't let it sit on your skin super long, and then work your way up depending on how your skin handles that. It's not a AM, PM everyday cleanser. But also it comes in a little size, travel like a 2 ounce, I believe, which makes it great for an additive to your routine. That makes it super affordable, and then you're just adding a little bit to your PM cleanse a couple times a week, and it gives really nice results. It's a really great combo. It's also great for blackheads. So if you do struggle with blackheads, we always recommend you get your extractions done professionally, but if you are doing them at home, making yourself a little mix of that and allowing it to sit on your skin, especially with a little steam. You could hop in the bathtub, rub it on, let the steam hit it for a little bit, and then rinse off. And then your extractions will be a lot easier. They'll pour out. Okay, so with that in mind, I'll talk a little bit about sunscreen, and then I think we'll open it up to questions, and we'll just kind of see where it takes us. So for any of those routines we talked about, we do have the Skin Script sunscreen. This is really nice. It goes on sheer. We have had a lot of darker Fitzpatrick's, darker skin tones that do really well with this and really like it. It is a great option. It is not water resistant or sweat proof, so just keep that in mind. Another favorite is Clear Choice. This is arguably our most popular sunscreen. It goes on crazy light. Like, I'm pretty white, but I'm gonna show it to you on like maybe my tannest spot. I'm gonna put a big amount. So if you've ever used mineral sunscreen, which this one is, you'll know that rubbing it in can be a pain. But watch this baby go. Go on. No casting. Go on. We do have a bit of an internal argument amongst the staff on whether this smells like cucumber or whether it smells like unripe banana. The majority think it smells like cucumber. There's a few of us who get unripe banana, or if you've ever been to Hawaii and had like the little apple bananas, that's what it smells like to me. But it's really nice, it's really fresh, it goes on easy. It's great for putting on kids because it just wipes in so easy. And this one is water resistant and sweat resistant for 80 minutes, I believe. So it's a great option for that. It also has not a super matte finish, but it's also not super, super dewy. I feel like it's kind of natural right in the middle, so it's good for most. If you are like me and you are so minimalist in the morning that you don't do a lot of makeup, then I have two favorite sunscreens. Probably my very favorite is this Bion tinted. It comes in 3 different colors, light, medium, and dark. They're pretty sheer, so I use the light. And it gives you a really nice, like you can see it's kind of a foundation almost. It's a moisturizing sunscreen. And I just apply that guy. It's probably a little bit more for just my little hand there than I needed. But here you can see it just evens out the skin tone. It's not super foundation-y, it just leaves your skin looking really nice. So I use this as my sunscreen most of the time because I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. And then usually I brought a couple of my other little favorite makeup hacks for no makeup folks. The Serum tinted lip balms. This one is Winnie, and this is my favorite. So I'll finish that off with Winnie. And then this guy, this brightening eye cream, is from Farmhouse Fresh. It has a little bit of glimmer, and I will actually use this as my highlighter. So I think I can kind of add some on. It's really, really natural. It's very mild highlighting, but I like to add it just a little bit around my cheekbones right here, and then I'm done. I use skincare for my makeup. I'll put on mascara usually. That's it. So I wanted to include those tips for folks who are like me and want just a really quick glowy skin hack. All right. I'm going to get my phone out here so I can see what you guys are talking about. And first I'm going to wipe off my hands because I have so much product on them. These are the Clean Skin Club wipes. They're awesome. If you are the kind of person that likes to have a makeup remover wipe at home, use these. They're more environmentally friendly. They won't cause breakouts. They have much better ingredients. They're really nice. We didn't have any wipes for a long time because it's really difficult to find wipes with good ingredients and that are made of materials that are even somewhat sustainable. So we really like these. We're really glad that we found them. And we can finally offer you guys a wipe that we feel like we can stand behind because they're good. Okay, phone out. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, the different types of vitamin C's. Yeah, so Sarah says she would like a comprehensive video on different types of vitamin C, which is a great one. I'm going to carry that tip back to the team and see if we can get that in the next couple weeks, because this is also vitamin C season. Everyone needs it, and it is tricky to pick the best ones. But I do have two I can talk about here. We have the Citrusy Nourishing Cream from SkinScript. This is the creamy serum, great for sensitive skin, 2-in-1 moisturizer / serum. Like I said, even people who usually react to vitamin C can use this, and it lightens dark spots. It gives you all the benefits of vitamin C with a very, very gentle formula. This vitamin C, this is the vitamin C in green tea serum from SkinScript. This is a little bit stronger. It has your traditional L-ascorbic. So if you have super sensitive skin or milia, you don't want to choose this one. But for people who want a little faster results, maybe you're not sensitive to vitamin C and you want to fade those dark spots a little bit faster, this is your baby hair. It's a little bit more exfoliating than the other one, and it does, I think, has one peptide in it. Maybe more than one. Well, I do know it is chock full of vitamin C, and it has at least a few peptides in there. So it's a great all-around serum. This is probably our number 2 selling serum behind the Ageless Hydrating. The creamy citrusy is really new, brand new, so a lot of people who have used SkinScript for a long time have never tried it. So if you do love SkinScript and you've never tried it, it's worth a try. Pick it up. Some people I know also alternate between these two, or they layer them to get even more lightening and brightening and antioxidant protection. So you can combine, you can mix and match, alternate. Those are all good options. So that's at least talking about the 2 vitamin C serums that you have through SkinScript. But I love that idea of having a video for in-depth vitamin C. That's a really great idea. Would you say all our products have a 6-month shelf life? So it varies by brand. I would say, depending on the product that you are questioning, reach out to customer service. You can do live chat, or you can send it an SMS or email glow@artofskincare.com, and just ask about the specific brand or product you're looking at, because they do vary. I think that a 6-month once open is a pretty good blanket for most products, But again, there can be some variance in there depending on the brand and the formulation and the preservative level. I think that like Botnia is maybe a little bit shorter than that because they use very, very natural products with little to no preservatives at all. So it just varies, but reach out and we'll help you. Lauren says she was responding to my story on the internal debate over the smell of Clear Choice, and she says, cucumber. It's an ongoing kind of fun debate we have going on at Art of Skincare. Okay, Charmaine wants to know, do you recommend using the pads day or night and alternate with toner? So I recommend using those at night. Because of the retinol content, I want it to soak in at night and then have a morning with my sunscreen and everything. For me, that's too much to go out in the sun with the retinol still like directly on my skin. So I would use glycoretinol pads at night. Glycolic acid also can sensitize your skin to the sun. They're better that way. I think that most people also do well starting maybe 2 or 3 times a week and then moving up from there if needed. They are pretty potent, so for some people, using them every single night of the week is going to be too much. You may not need them that often. So, like I said, I would stick with one of those kind of base minimalist routines, and then just start adding in one of those as a several time a week booster, and then slowly increase if needed. The toner, Cucumber Hydration Toner, you can use this with the pads. You don't have to. Usually if you're using the pads, you're probably going to use this as like your finishing spray. Over your makeup or your through midday. You'll find this sitting on a lot of Art of Skincare desks because if you're feeling a little dried out halfway through the day, you can spritz and it's like instant hydration. Super nice. And all skin types. Acne through aging, everyone can use that toner. It's great. Okay. So Mia wants to know if all of our products are good for darker skin tones. Yeah, so a couple of considerations if you have a darker skin tone. Sometimes you're going to want to go easy on the glycolic and retinol pads. You can use them a bit, but if you over exfoliate and over glycolic acid, you can cause an increase in melanin production that usually you're trying to combat with these. That's kind of what they're for. So just something to keep in mind. Your skin is going to be more sensitive to glycolic acid. Take it easy there. That said, they're really good. A lot of people with dark skin tones use and absolutely adore those pads. Everything else that we've talked about is fabulous. The sunscreens we talked about are all good on dark skin tones. So you are set. The only one is if you try this buy-on one, you'll want either the medium or the dark. You probably won't want the light because I am white, very white. Sarah says I laugh just like my mom. Thanks. And Sarah says, what order would you apply vitamin C, antioxidants, and growth factor products? So those can all be layered in any order. So I would go from thinnest to thickest, depending on the serums you're using. So if you want to use, like let's say you're using Ageless Hydrating Serum, and then you're also using the Creamy Citrus C, I would put this on first, and then your Creamy Citrus C, because we're going to follow that thinnest to thickest principle. The idea is really that your thicker products tend to have a small amount of oils in it, and you don't want to decrease the absorption of your thinner products by putting them on over the top of that. So thinnest to thickest, good to go. There's no antioxidants, growth factors, vitamin C. There's no other kind of interactions between those that would matter what order you put them on. So we'll keep it simple. Serena says that she's been using Lily Lolo foundation. It's just sitting on top of her skin, not really melting in. She's using their mist. Yes, so what I would say, I would try more moisture underneath. We often like it over a nice dewy sunscreen. So you could try Sorella's Quench and Protect is really nice. It's one of my all-time favorites. It isn't tinted, but if you're going to use your Lily Lolo over the top, it gives a really nice base. It's going to help just keep all of that powder moisturized as it sinks in. And then you could try a more hydrating mist like the cucumber hydration. The Lily Low Mist, if I'm remembering correctly, is pretty matte, not super hydrating. So it may just be a little bit too dry and you need a little bit more moisture to get that in. So try it over a more hydrating base and then try a more hydrating spritz. Those would be my tips there. Is it safe to use ultrasound for vitamin C penetration? Yeah, it is. Vitamin C, unless you're someone who is super, super sensitive and vitamin C can give you, reactions easily. In that case, I would say proceed with caution because you're just driving it in deeper. But as long as you don't fall into that demographic of people who are really sensitive to vitamin C, absolutely you can use any of your like infusing tools, Derma Red or the Wave, My Skin Buddy, any of those, you can absolutely use those over your vitamin C's. They'll be perfect. Is it acne safe? Yes. So we were talking, Serena wants to know about the products that I recommended for getting her makeup to penetrate better. This is absolutely acne safe, great for everyone. Quench and Protect is also acne safe. I think I have one, hang on. I do have one. So this is what it looks like. It comes out, it will be, we have had some people with darker fit factors who this is their swear by sunscreen, but we've also had some that it gets casty on. So just know if you have a darker skin tone and you get this and it's too casty on you, know that we do have a great return policy and we will help you get the sunscreen you need, because the most important thing about sunscreen is finding sunscreen you will actually wear. So definitely talk to us if you get a sunscreen that you hate and you're not going to wear. We want you wearing your sunscreen. So this is what it looks like. It has a really very light kind of citrusy scent, but you can see this one doesn't go in quite as easy as the Clear Choice that I showed you earlier. It's a little bit more traditional, but it's very, very dewy. It's super moisturizing. It smells really good. It feels really nice. It doesn't feel like sunscreen. And then it gives you a really great base for powder makeups. A little bit of, has just, yeah, like no tack. It's not sticky. It's just really great. So that's one of our tricks for under powders. We find that the Quench and Protect plus a powder makeup are a really nice mix. What vitamin C do you recommend for sensitive skin? Yes. So you are the perfect person for this guy, Creamy C. It is really, really gentle. We even have people on staff who typically cannot use vitamin C for the same reason. Ben just raised his hand. He's behind me, moderating my film for me. And he can even use this. So this is absolutely the vitamin C to start with if you have sensitivity. It's super, super gentle and it still gets really good results. It still is going to lighten up the dark pigmentation. It still provides you with those great antioxidants that increase your skin's resilience. So if you're out in the summer or out in the sun all summer, this is a great product to add. It's going to help stop new sunspots from appearing. It's going to make your skin stronger. It's fabulous. And it smells amazing. This is my favorite Skin Script baby since it came out. I love it. My personal favorite. Okay, so I don't see any other questions.
This one from Serena at the very end.
Oh, thank you. And made them break out. Any acne safe? Yes, so both of these vitamin C's are acne safe. A lot of acne folks who tend to be more on the combination and oily side really like this one because it does work as a moisturizer for everyone except for the most dry. I fall on the normal to dry, and this will work as a moisturizer for me if I have a moisturizing sunscreen over the top. But if you're very dry, you're gonna need a full moisturizer. Let's see. Charmaine is currently using Skin Script sunscreen, and it doesn't seem to last long and has a matte, maybe not so smooth or soft feeling. Yes, so because it is not water resistant or sweat resistant at all, I feel like that can play a part in the summertime. This way I brought some other extras to talk about as well. Their sunscreen is great if you're, going to work in the office, you're in the air conditioning, perfect. But if you're going to be outside at all, if you're going to sweat at all, you're going to want something different. So in that case, I would recommend Clear Choice is fabulous. If you like super, super matte, you're going to want Tizo, and I'm going to have to ask Lauren, who's helping me moderate, which Tizo has the same ingredient profile as the Old Art of Skincare. Because I cannot remember if it's Tizo 1, 2, 3, I can't keep them straight. But one of those is super, super matte, mattifies everything. You can put it on over dewy products and it's going to force it to be matte. It's also tinted, and the tint is really sheer, so it will go on almost all skin types really well. All right. Yeah, so Charmaine also said she was thinking about Clear Choice, but I also mentioned Bion. Either one of those are going to be great. I would say the Bion is maybe a little bit thicker, because it kind of has that slightly foundation-y type of feel to it. It's definitely not a full coverage like a foundation. It's definitely more sheer than that. But it's a different kind of product. The Clear Choice has longer like outdoor life. So if you're swimming, sweating, all of those, the Clear Choice is going to be a better option. It has a little bit more durability out there in the summer. So you could try both. I use them both depending on what I'm doing. If I'm going to work in the office, usually Bion is my go-to because I just like that it's replacing any kind of foundation, evens everything out. And I use Clear Choice on the weekends. It's great over my tattoo because it's just so easy to like smear on, super easy. So you can go either one or both. Tizo, thank you, Lauren. It's Tizo 2 if you want untinted, Tizo 3 if you want the tint. I recommend going with the tint unless you're more fair than I am. If you're more fair than I am, then you could do the untinted. If you're similar to me, then you're probably going to want the tinted or darker. Let's see. Sarah, I've got your top 2 products with, but then I lost. I don't see with what.
Tetrahexylbesyl ascorbate for sensitive skin.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. Lauren probably does. We'll see if she can pop in here with a couple of suggestions. The other vitamin C we have that is really good for sensitive skin, I don't think it has that form of vitamin C. It has another one that's also really good for sensitive skin. It is Sorello's pomegranate, was it pomegranate acai antioxidant? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like there are so many products at Art of Skincare. Let's see how many names I can fuse into one. Oh yeah, Lauren says pomegranate acai antioxidant serum and citrus C nourishing cream. That's this guy here. They're both acne safe. They're both a creamy serum, so they're really similar in a lot of ways. The pomegranate has a very mild sort of sweet scent, very, very mild. So if you don't like a ton of scent, that one's probably all right. This one has a citrus scent. It is notably citrus. You are going to smell it. It is natural. It's not a synthetic. There's no phthalates, nothing yucky in the scent. But it does have scent. So just know that. Yeah, this guy, that's what it looks like. It has a little bit of a yellowy tint. Again, that's totally normal for this product. It might also be worth mentioning, since we're talking about vitamin C's, if you get this guy, the vitamin C and green tea serum, put here. Oop. Oh, this has been sitting for a little bit, and so I had a clump. But it's orange. It is going to rub in and not make your skin look orange, but it's just, I think, good things to know when you're buying a product, that if it has a different color, that it's completely normal and natural for that product. So it does rub in really easy. The creamy is a little bit less orange, but it does still have a little bit of a yellowy tint to it. Again, completely normal for this product. Nothing to worry about. All Sarah wants to ask, no fragrance added to either. So they both have natural fragrance. Sorella also uses so fragrance labeling laws are kind of bizarre. You can go down a rabbit hole with it, but essentially any kind of scent that we put in something usually gets labeled as a fragrance now. It didn't used to be, but now. But within the term fragrance, there can be different products. The things that you're really wanting to avoid with fragrance are phthalates. Phthalates are the thing that they're hormone disruptors, yucky business. And a lot of like perfumes and that kind of stuff do have those. So that is what you're avoiding. We don't carry any products at Art of Skincare that have phthalates in their scents or their fragrance. But we also do have, if you are someone who is scent sensitive, we do have an option if you're shopping on our website. No matter where you are, what products you're looking at, there's some filtration on the side. And under preferences, you can choose low scent. And those are the products that, to the best of our ability, we've identified as having minimal scent. So if you're someone that just doesn't want smell on you, we did our very best to pull out things that have as close to no smell as possible. So I just wanted to highlight that because there are people who, even when it's a natural scent, it's irritating. So if you are one of those folks, get used to using that preferences tab. It's also great for sorting things by whether you're acne safe. You can sort by your skin type, ingredient, all kinds of good stuff. Check out the preferences. Let's see. Can I spell that?
Lauren already got it.
Awesome. Thanks, Lauren. Thank you.
Spelling
I'm like, spelling bee, phthalates, P-T-A, like I think I might get you there, but and how does hydrosol compare to fragrance? So most of our hydrosols don't have any kind of fragrance added. It's just the like natural distilled scent of the ingredients. So we're kind of speaking generally there. You can check out the ingredient deck. All of the products at Art of Skincare have the ingredient deck, full ingredient deck listed. We really believe in that transparency. So you can check out all of those different hydrosols, all of our different spritzes, toners, and know that any of the fragrances that we have where it says fragrance or perfume, I don't think we have anything that says perfume, but if we do, they're phthalate free. Most of them are naturally derived, so they're not full of gunk. But if you do want one that just absolutely doesn't have any of that kind of added fragrance, you just check that ingredient. Usually it's in the last 3 ingredients. You'll see fragrance or perfume. Some things are going to have a scent based on their natural ingredients, which is like hydrosols. Most of those hydrosols. A lot of products have a little essential oils or oils derived from different flowers or fruits, and it will give it, lend it that scent naturally. So that does still happen. So if you don't even want the like natural ingredient scent, use that low scent option on our website. Yeah. Hydrosol, let's see, like this, another thing that's different about those natural scents is they usually fade faster. So if you're putting something on that has just some natural scent of its ingredients, usually those scents fade very quickly. If you are using something with a natural fragrance, they're gonna last a little bit longer. If you're using something that's has an actual like perfume in it, that will typically last a little bit longer. I can think of maybe one product we have that has that, and I think it's a Sculpla. I think the Sculpla moisturizer, the Promoter Repair Cream. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Everything else, I mean, even that is still naturally derived, but everything else I can think of, I don't think we have any perfume ingredients at all. All right. Sarah says, love that your written questions and answers are kept on your website videos. Yes, we hope that even if you come and you watch our videos after the fact, that you can still learn from all of the Q&A that happened there. Hopefully someone else asked the same question you had and triggered us to talk about it. And if you do want to see it live time so you can ask your questions, we're here on Tuesday and Thursday mornings regularly at 10 a.m. Pacific. And then sometimes we go live every once in a while during another time. So just watch your text messages for those little alerts. And then if you miss some and you want to catch them, they always live on our videos page. So you can go back, pick through, watch some that you may have missed. And they are always there. Also, if you have questions on a video that didn't get answered live time, you are welcome to reach out to customer service. Our customer service team is estheticians. They are super knowledgeable. They go through extensive product training. They go through training with Gina specifically, and they're the ones that are answering your live chats. They answer your emails. So take advantage of that as free esthetician access for you guys. Ask the questions there. If we didn't get to it on the video or you think of something later, we are here to help you. Ask away. Yeah, the other great resource we have available to you is if you've registered for an account at Art of Skincare, which is totally free, just make your account, pick an email and password, and then go to the rewards page. You can fill out a questionnaire to do a skincare checkup. And there you can list any of the products you want us to include in a routine and tell us a little bit about your skin type and concerns, and one of our estheticians will put together those products into a routine for you. They don't have to be Art of Skincare products. They can be a mix of products. Every once in a while you might have a product that the SD doesn't really know much about if you're going with non-Art of Skincare stuff, but they're gonna do their best to research it, figure it out, and tell you where to put it in your routine. So that's a really great resource. Take advantage of it. Highly recommend it. All right, and it looks like we may have made our way through all of the questions. So I will turn you guys loose to go get some lunch or carry on with your beautiful day.